All right, oldsters. Now, if a greenback made ya holla, I do not even want to realize what you men are going to be doing with a 3 greenback XRP. But here we are, oldsters. In present-day update, we're going to talk approximately the insane call for that is still gift, and developing for XRP, the new phase for XRP that Ripple is now introducing, after which we're additionally going to give you the update at the CPI lie. Yes, inflation goes again up. However, fortuitously, our XRP is outpacing the temple of inflation by means of plunder. That's excellent. Now permits get proper into it. Everything's at my website, zacrector.com. New merch must be live here shortly. I'm rocking it right now. You men already know the deal. Let's get it going. Now don't forget, let's take a moment of silence. Remember when they stated that it needed to go back to 80 cents? Yeah. How are those men doing? Neats bucks, they called it a dead coin. Dino coin. By no means visible a dollar scam. Centralized vaporware. Security. Exit. Liquidity. Shitcoin. Shaggy dog story. Now not real crypto. Banker's coin. Banks will never use it. Advertising scheme. Fraud. Not in Ripple's plans. Delisted. Still standing, nonetheless. Here. And like I stated, if the dollar made you holla, you bought some. The bank earth is absurd. It's advertising scheme. Fraud. Not real. A few bucks on your XRP over $4 Canadian. I don't know where and we're at with the Aussie dollars. Let me recognize for our global target audience how a lot of your funny fiat cash greenbacks does it take to get you 1 XRP. Let me know. Now, Poloniex Exchange positioned out this tweet. XRP Ripple price. Hits a new all-time excessive of $3. Now this isn't authentic. Perhaps on their change it's miles. They've been around considering the fact that 2014, I do not know after they got XRP on there. We are not at an all-time excessive yet, but nonetheless, I just am showing you men this to reveal to you that everyone is hopping on board the XRP hype. Educate. This isn't stopping or slowing down each time quickly. Dan Tapario, who did speak at Ripple Swell Conference, he's the CEO and Chief Investment Officer, dealing with partner at RT Partners. Henty fund as nicely, he says, it is remarkable. We've by no means seen an asset so hated, specifically via Crypto X, that has genuinely killed it. One of the greatest returning belongings of all time. Remember, it turned into 1/10 of 1 cent in 2013 via 2014. 99.9% had been incorrect. The market has been proper. Our community has been proper. We were the Navy. Now we are hoping that this SEC Ripple case is over. We now not must be the Navy. We can set down our shields and just be the XRP circle of relatives and have a good time and start constructing. Proper? And have a good time on this moment that we've been set free and now get to paintings on building the packages, constructing out this new economic system with XRP pinning the entirety, collectively, the tracks of this new economic device. This is what we desired to get to. We're in the end here. This fee action transferring up is handy as going to carry an extra interest. I mentioned this in advance too, that there is no setting the genie back inside the bottle. There's not anything that the SEC can do here nowadays, even if they document this appeal short. Although this situation does truly grow to be continuing on, there may be not anything that the SEC is going to win on. There's nothing that the SEC can do to alternate the information approximately XRP clip 3 plus 2 squared. X clip, there isn't any placing this genie again in the bottle. And from a rate viewpoint, they are not stopping this component both. Now, speak me of rate. I'll display you right here. XRP 15-minute chart. And what we are looking at is on XRP's chart for most exchanges. We did get a pop-up to approximately 302, 303. Let me know inside the comments what turned into the high that we hit for your alternate. I'm looking at the KuCoin 15-minute chart, and what you notice is that this morning we popped up here above $3, again tested here to 287, which I simply love to peer, and now we're rocking and rolling back up to $2.94, making another push towards $3 as I record this update 11 o'clock on the West Coast. That's going to deliver us to approximately 2 o'clock at the East Coast. Here's the order books, the exchanges, and the volume that we're seeing. Binance nonetheless leading the price at 2.5 billion. Right in the back of them is Upbit, and that is Korea. That's that Korean one. And like I said, you realize how a lot of your fiat humorous money currencies does it take to get you an XRP? I do not know in which we're at towards the Korean gain. The president of South Korea did simply get arrested, I noticed that, but we were given 2-3 billion well worth of XRP quantity coming out of Korea, and that XRP Korean received pair on Upbit. That's no longer the handiest exchange, although out of Korea with BitHump. Their pair they are bringing in every other 758 million in quantity as properly, he said, perhaps to justify his request. There are people just robbing and selling patience of their pair on Upbit. That's no longer the handiest exchange, although out of Korea with BitHump they're properly. Bitru at 1.3 billion and Coinbase at 1.1, and as I've referred to over the last couple months, we have just visible nothing, however, inflows on Coinbase. We've seen outflows occasionally on Binance and a number of those different exchanges. However, it's like the Americans here are just excited to, in the end, be capable of get publicity to XRP. They can ultimately press purchase button on Robinhood. They should buy it on Coinbase, Kraken, all of the different exchanges. There's no longer an issue. And so despite the fact that XRP is nearly at an all-time high, this is all the more reason to be greatly optimistic, almost going into chart discovery. You have got the order books are nonetheless filling up with people buying XRP. And I'll speak greater approximately that here in just 1 second. Inflation information comes out here today. The CPI lie update, we're now at 2.9%, which means that we can double that and spherical up while we are looking at the actual inflation. However, we will take the government at their word, 2.9%. But while you look at the basic necessities, this is why I say double up, round up, maybe you got to triple up. When you have a look at automobile insurance, you're at 11%, transportation 7%, car repair 6%, utility, fuel 4.9%, homeowner inflation 4.8%, rent 4.3%, meals far from domestic 3.6%, medical institution offerings inflation 3.5%, headline CPI inflation is at a 5-month high, while center CPI fell, however, remains 120 foundation factors above the Fed's target. We now have had 3+ years of compounding inflation within the United States. Consumers are nevertheless complaining approximately inflation. We nevertheless are going to be. And best fools thought that inflation was going to head away. Only fools' notion are paid-off shills. Talking head pundits from Wall Street and CNBC who had been doing the Fed's bidding for them have been attempting to tell us that the Fed become going to win the combat against inflation. It became an absolute funny story, and the largest bluff that we've got seen get known as out here, the Fed trying to lower fees,